Back in 1885, Lord Kelvin, the boss of the Royal Society, professor #1 in science in the world at that time, said, humans cannot fly because they're heavier than air. And then, as we know, on December 17, 1903, the Wright brothers flew their first aircraft, the Kitty Hawk. So when people are telling you it can't be done, don't believe them. We can do it. I was 5 years old and I went fishing with 2 of my friends. We were gonna go down to the dock and jump into the boat to pick up the tackle. And the gap was too wide and I fell in the sea. But they were very quick-minded, and one leaned over to pull me and the other one held his feet so he didn't fall in. And they saved me and I got in the newspaper. And so in a way I almost couldn't be here tonight. The moral of this story is, if you live on an island, learn to swim. Secondly, mind the gap. And thirdly, collaboration is a matter of life and death. Well, I think everybody has to find their own secret sauce or secret recipe. But if I aggregate the traits that I think really are important, I would have head, heart, and guts. What do I mean by that? Head, if you think about it, the finest brains in the country, globally, they go to ASME and SPE and engineering. Nothing would happen without them. So that's the head part. Really smart people with cutting-edge tools, knowing what they're doing. Designing platforms that don't sink, buildings that don't fall over. That's head. Heart, that's the passion part you got to have, whatever you do, right? It's not just a job, we're changing the world. We're doing great things. And if you bring that to the job, and in our case, we help get energy for 7 billion people every day, what a sense of purpose, what a thing to spend your life on. So that's heart. And the last element is guts. Okay, let's take a quick trip back to Clovis, New Mexico, 15,000 BC. The most high-tech in the world at the moment then is the flint arrowheads that they were using. There was nothing more high-tech than that. That was numero uno. Fast forward to July 21, 1969, when Armstrong stepped onto the moon. Think of the number of improvements and gradual and radical stuff going on between flint arrowheads and stepping onto the moon. And what do we do now? Now we go to 10,000 feet of water. And we have the onshore revolution. This is all because of technology. So I think the ability of mankind to adapt and renew and to conquer new ways of doing it is just amazing. It might in fact be the most optimistic part of mankind. Okay, so let's talk about the big energy picture, the global big energy picture. At the moment, we're 7 billion people. And we're using 90 million barrels a day and 100 TCF of gas. In 30, 40 years, we're going to be 9 billion people, so we're going to be adding another China and India, and the energy demand is going to grow by 100%. So we have the work cut out for us. We have to come up with that supply in a safe and sustainable manner. So we're not going to be running out of work anytime soon, onshore or offshore. Fossil fuels is going to be king for quite a long time. And even if renewables are taking off and growing quite rapidly, where we also can put our skills to work, just as we can in EMP, the outlook for energy is just amazing, you know. And you know what? In case of these organizations not doing what they do, I don't even know if we could come up with all this energy without them. I hope we have time for this one story about my mother. She is my hero. And I called her every day just to talk how she's doing her life. I'm here and she's in Norway. And then in June this year, she had a stroke. Devastating. So I flew back and there she was in bed and I couldn't really talk to her much anymore. So I think the moral of that story is call your mom. So here's a little bit of advice to you young guys out there, and to everyone, and to me. And it's called never take a left. So you walk along in your corporate life and your private life, and you come to a fork in the road. So now you have a choice between doing it the right way, where you go to the right, or doing it the wrong way, the unethical way, the not the integrity way. And you know what? Don't ever do anything else than take a right. Because if you take a right 3 times, where are you going? You're going left. But you did it the right way. So this is your compass in corporate life when it comes to ethics and integrity. Never take a left. So far this has been all about me. Now I want to talk about you and what you do. You really are the rising tide that lifts all your boats. You have 130,000 members in 150 countries, and you equip them with the latest and the best practice, so that what we do globally is the best we can do. And this is admirable, this is fantastic. Thank you.